There's a reality that often goes unspoken in our youth, yet becomes crystal clear with age: the strength in our legs is deeply tied to our independence. What once seemed like effortless movements, walking, standing up, going downstairs, can begin to feel unexpectedly difficult. Picture this: it's a regular morning and you're getting ready to step outside. But something's different. Your legs feel unusually heavy, almost as if they're lagging behind you. There's a slight tremble in them. Descending the stairs leaves you out of breath. You grip the handrail and pause, unsure. This isn't laziness, it's a quiet, gradual weakening of your leg muscles, and here's something that deserves your full attention: every 11 seconds. An older adult is hospitalized due to a fall linked to weakened leg strength. Behind each fall lies fear, discomfort, and often a difficult loss of independence that's hard to reclaim. As a nutritionist who's worked with countless clients aged 50 to 90, I can assure you, weak legs are not an inevitable part of aging. They're often the outcome of small daily choices. And no, the answer doesn't require a major life overhaul or expensive treatments. In fact, the solution might already be sitting in your kitchen. Just 4 simple, affordable foods can play a major role in supporting muscle strength, balance, and joint health. I've seen inspiring stories, like Liza, age 76, who fell in her bathroom and feared she'd rely on a cane for life. But just 3 months of dietary shifts gave her the confidence to stroll through the town square once again. Or Tom, 81, once unsteady on his feet, who now climbs stairs without hesitation. I'll show you exactly what they did. Because the transformation starts with the food you give your body. Your body hasn't given up, it's simply waiting for the right kind of support. So don't scroll away just yet. The first food I'm going to reveal doesn't just help your leg strength, it also has a positive effect on your sleep and mood. But before we begin, drop a comment letting us know where you're watching from and your age. It motivates us more than you might realize. Let's get started. 1. Chickpeas. Small in size, yet incredibly powerful, chickpeas are one of the best foods you can start eating today to support stronger legs. Known also as garbanzo beans, these little legumes often sit untouched in cupboards, but they're an unsung hero for muscle health. Here's why: chickpeas are packed with plant-based protein, a key nutrient that supports muscle tone, strength, and stability. Once we reach our 50s, our bodies naturally begin losing muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. This leads to reduced balance, weaker legs, and a higher risk of falling. By adding chickpeas to your diet on a regular basis, you can slow this decline significantly. But the benefits don't stop at protein. Chickpeas also deliver magnesium, iron, and vitamin B6, all crucial for muscle function, fatigue reduction, and healthy nerve communication with your muscles. When magnesium and B6 combine, they help ease cramping, stiffness, and that familiar heavy leg feeling. A 2019 study from the University of Murcia revealed that adults who ate chickpeas 3 times per week experienced 22% less muscle loss than those who didn't. That's not just a number, it's a real, achievable improvement in daily life. I remember one of my clients, Tom, a 74-year-old from Seville. After a painful fall on the stairs, he wasn't looking for painkillers, he wanted to rebuild his strength. Together, we added chickpeas to his meals 3 times a week: stews, salads, soups. In just 5 weeks, he was walking through his neighborhood with steady legs and no more shaky knees. My usual recommendation: start with about half a cup, 125 grams, of cooked chickpeas per serving. Include them several times weekly, and you'll likely notice improvements in your energy, stability, and leg performance. Chickpeas are versatile and easy to prepare. Roast them with olive oil, lemon, and herbs for a savory snack. Toss them into a cucumber, red onion, and parsley salad. Simmer them in a warm soup with turmeric, black pepper, carrots, and celery for an anti-inflammatory, circulation-boosting dinner. Helpful tip: if you're using dried chickpeas, soak them overnight with a pinch of baking soda. This breaks down phytic acid, boosting iron absorption and improving digestion, a valuable step for those sensitive to bloating or low iron levels. When you incorporate chickpeas into your weekly meals, you're doing more than adding nutrition, you're rebuilding strength, improving balance, and creating a more mobile, confident future. 2. Pumpkin seeds. Let's move on to the second food, which offers unique benefits not only for muscle strength but also for something that often disrupts rest: nighttime leg cramps. If chickpeas lay the foundation, then pumpkin seeds are the fine-tuning tool for your nervous system. These crunchy seeds might seem like a simple snack, but they're rich in magnesium, a mineral critical for muscle coordination, nerve signaling, and preventing cramps. Many people over 50 don't get enough magnesium, even with a healthy diet. This can lead to restless legs, twitching, fatigue, and tight muscles after light activity, but pumpkin seeds offer more than magnesium. They're also full of zinc, healthy fats, and antioxidants, nutrients that reduce inflammation, nourish cartilage, and support joint health. This is especially helpful for those who suffer from stiff or swollen knees, or spend long hours standing. A 2020 study from Complutense University of Madrid found that adults over 55 who consumed 30 to 40 grams of pumpkin seeds daily for 6 weeks had a 31% decrease in nighttime leg cramps, along with marked improvements in balance and stability. These aren't abstract findings. They reflect real, life-changing results. Take Margarita, a 68-year-old woman from Zaragoza. For years, intense leg cramps woke her around 3 a.m., leaving her drained the next day. She tried warm baths, stretches, and massages without success. I recommended a simple fix: a handful of unsalted roasted pumpkin seeds every afternoon. She started eating them around 4 p.m. daily. Within 3 weeks, the cramps had lessened. By week 6, they had almost vanished. For the first time in years, she slept peacefully, woke refreshed, and had more energy for her daily walks. 3. Seaweed. Food number 3, seaweed. Now we're getting into the core of what truly helps. This next food might genuinely surprise you. It doesn't grow in soil or bloom on trees, it's born from the sea. It's delicate, often weightless, and can appear almost invisible on a plate. But don't let its modest look fool you. This ocean-grown plant is a quiet powerhouse, capable of revitalizing worn joints and rebuilding bones that may have weakened slowly over time. If you've been noticing cracking noises when standing up, or a grinding feeling in your knees while climbing stairs or turning corners, it's more than just aging. These are signals, your body calling out for hydration, proper nutrients, and repair. Thankfully, nature has a potent answer. Seaweed, particularly varieties like wakame, kombu, sea lettuce, and brown algae, are rich sources of natural calcium, iodine, and rare anti-inflammatory agents such as fucoidan and laminin. These aren't everyday nutrients, they serve crucial functions: fortifying your bones, reducing joint swelling, shielding cartilage from breakdown, and enhancing your body's ability to create synovial fluid, the essential cushion that allows joints to move freely and comfortably. A 2021 study published in the American Journal of Community Nutrition discovered that women over 60 who consumed seaweed 2 to 3 times per week had up to 16% greater bone density than those who didn't include it in their diet. This is more than just numbers, it's real-life impact. At this stage of life, a small misstep can result in a major injury, like a hip fracture, which can seriously affect independence and lifestyle. I remember working with Maria, a 70-year-old former yoga instructor. A long-standing knee issue, worsened by arthritis, had forced her into early retirement. Instead of relying solely on treatments or physical therapy, we focused on what she ate. That's when we added seaweed into her meals, comforting miso soups with wakame and tofu, tangy seaweed salads, and nori wraps filled with rice and vegetables. At first, it seemed like a minor tweak. But after 2 months, there was a noticeable shift: her joint pain decreased, inflammation lessened, and she began moving through light stretches again. It was nothing short of a personal breakthrough. Even now, Maria still includes seaweed in her meals. She says her movements feel smoother, her sense of balance is stronger, and her energy more sustained. The good news? You don't have to change your entire diet. Adding seaweed just 2 to 3 times a week can make a tangible difference. Enjoy it in soups, sprinkle flakes over salads, or wrap cooked veggies and lean proteins in nori for a nourishing meal. Here's a simple kitchen tip to maximize its benefits: when preparing seaweed broth, toss in a few slices of fresh ginger and a drop of sesame oil. This not only enhances the flavor but also boosts calcium absorption and supports digestion, especially important as we age and our metabolism slows, so don't underestimate this marine plant. Seaweed may seem subtle, but it offers deep support, improving bone density, easing stiffness, increasing joint flexibility, and helping restore your body's natural rhythm. Think of it as a gentle, healing companion, guiding you toward steadier steps, renewed energy, and lasting mobility. For avocado, food number 4 is avocado. Once those early morning aches begin to ease, you might realize healing can come from the simplest sources. We've talked about what grows under the sea, but now, we turn to something that hangs quietly from a tree. This is one of nature's most intelligent sources of healthy fats, and this goes beyond basic nutrition. It's about reclaiming your ability to move with ease, feel more grounded, and stay in tune with your body. If you've ever felt tingling in your toes, numbness in your legs, or like your brain isn't quite synced with your feet, you might be experiencing the effects of undernourished peripheral nerves. Left unaddressed, these symptoms can gradually chip away at your sense of balance and confidence. Enter the avocado. Smooth, creamy, and packed with more than just trend appeal, avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid. This fatty acid strengthens the membranes of nerve cells and helps improve communication between your brain, spine, and limbs. This kind of nourishment helps you feel more stable, aware, and less likely to lose your footing, but there's more. Avocados provide potassium, which supports proper muscle function, prevents cramping, and maintains fluid balance. They're also high in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects nerve endings from damage due to aging and oxidative stress. A 2021 study by the American Institute of Nutrition and Geriatrics found that adults over 65 who included avocado in their breakfast 4 times a week showed significant improvements in posture, balance, and lower body coordination within just 6 weeks. These benefits were particularly strong in individuals who had previously struggled with subtle instability when standing, walking, or navigating uneven ground. I remember Miguel, 79, a retired teacher who was worried about the growing numbness in his feet. It was interfering with one of his greatest joys, walking in the park with his grandson. We made a single, strategic change, swapping out his sugary breakfast for a slice of whole grain toast topped with mashed avocado, a sprinkle of chia seeds, and a squeeze of lemon. Just 4 weeks later, he came back beaming. He told me, "I can feel the earth beneath me again, and I can keep pace with my grandson." It wasn't a miracle, it was daily nourishment doing its job. You can take the same step. Aim to eat avocado 3 to 4 times a week, about 1/3 to half a fruit each serving. Morning is a great time to eat it for absorption. But it also works well as a midday snack. Spread it on toast, mix it into a salad, blend into a smoothie, or enjoy it in wraps. Here's a little bonus tip I give my clients: top your avocado with crushed walnuts, flax seeds, or chia seeds. Not only does this elevate the flavor, but it also boosts omega-3s and vitamin E, both of which support nerve health, reduce inflammation, and protect your joints. So, while it may look unassuming, avocado is anything but ordinary. It's a quiet yet powerful ally for your nerves and muscles, helping you feel more grounded, steady, and confident in every step. This fruit isn't just fuel, it's a subtle reset button for your lower body, bringing you back to connection, coordination, and comfort.